Welcome back to this issue. Oh God,
You've got issues, all right.
I got issues. This episode of Repressed Humor Issues. This is one of our minisodes. It's a continuation of our celebrity cage match, and I think we made an executive decision. We're gonna do round 4 and the final fight all tonight.
Yes.
So you're gonna get 3 fights tonight.
Yes, there's just not enough fights to justify having multiple more rounds. So the big thing about this gets us our March Madness with no marching. We're not going to actually get into March, so this will work well.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, and by the way, we just have executive decision to do whatever we want anyway. But I believe
Well, I'm glad you laughed at that, by the way. It's great when you laugh at your own jokes and nobody else does. Yeah. Okay, so let's get started.
Yeah, you get the first one.
Yeah, my first fight tonight is Tinky Winky, who beat Shia LaBeouf and then beat Ted Nugent to get to this level. He's going to be fighting Howard Wolowitz, who beat Larry the Cable Guy and Mel Gibson. So, as you remember, the matchups were generated by a random number generator, and the actual fight scenes are done by AI. We're not mentioning which AI because we don't want to get in trouble, but let's take a look at what AI has to say about a fight between Tinky Winky and Howard Wolowitz. Tinky Winky, the purple Teletubby, never knew intergalactic warfare could be so humiliating. His once pristine antenna bobbed comically as Howard Wolowitz, the king of cosmic arrogance, weaved between his pudgy fists. "Come on, Big Purple," Howard taunted, his voice dripping with condescension. "Is that all you've got? I've faced Daleks tougher than your Teletubby tantrum." Tinky Winky, fueled by years of pent-up rage at Dipsy's annoying giggle and Lala's constant need for hugs, roared. He lunged, but Howard, a master of dodging cafeteria trays in the schoolyard, sidestepped with ease. With a cruel flick of his wrist, he sent Tinky Winky's trusted red bag flying. Custard packets, the Teletubby's secret weapon, splattered harmlessly on the lunar surface. Apparently, this fight's happening on the moon.
I guess so.
It decided to set the scene in the middle of the second paragraph. So, defeated, Tinky Winky sat on his knees. Howard loomed over him, the earth a tiny blue marble behind his head. "Remember," he declared, his voice echoing across the moon, which has no atmosphere, so sound can't really travel.
That doesn't make any sense.
"Never underestimate a man who can rock a bolo tie and mansplain quantum physics to his mother." He never wore a bolo tie, he wore a dickie. What is AI thinking?
Did he?
And with a final theatrical flourish, Howard planted his foot on Tinky Winky's chest, leaving a distinct astronaut boot print on the purple plush. "The winner," he proclaimed, "is Howard Wolowitz." This is a first. It's never actually had somebody declaring themselves the winner.
Yeah.
We're seeing an evolution over last week, even. As the echo of his victory faded, Howard couldn't help but glance at the discarded custard packets. A mischievous glint flickered in his eye. He may have won the battle, but the custard war had just begun. The cosmos wouldn't know what hit it.
Why are they in outer space? That's the thing.
And now he's taking this fight to the cosmos?
I guess he's going after the other Teletubbies?
I don't know. There was no secondary fighting going on here, too. Lala and Dipsy stayed out of this one.
No, they just threw him under the bus.
Yeah. Compared to the other ones, how descriptive they were, this one was just kind of odd.
It was kind of straightforward, but the settings were bizarre.
I feel cheated on this one.
Well, I had one like that was just like, well, why the fuck did I even read it?
Yeah.
I think that was one of the Oprah ones.
I just wish that it wasn't the round 4 that was happening. That's all. So
it's okay. I have more faith in my ability to prompt AI. So
We use the same prompt, numbnuts.
different hands, different hands.
Okay, Mick
Um,
Falcon Raven, the murderer.
what
A group
it's
of ravens is a murder.
yeah, I got the
Oh,
joke,
or is
but
that crows?
no.
Anyways,
Oh wait, it's a murder of crows. You're right. It's not
yeah, okay.
ravens. Yeah, yeah. You were close. We'll give you credit where it's due. Uh,
Yeah, you're number one, Ryan.
I'm gonna launch into mine. So tonight I get the joy of covering Pauly Shore versus the one, the only Oprah Winfrey. Now, Oprah got here by defeating Aquafina, Robert Downey Jr.,
The
and
weakest Avenger.
I was just and Donald Trump. Trump as I spit all over everything. What the fuck? I'm an idiot. Okay. And
Oh wait, hold
Polly
on. I gotta isolate that. Hold on.
yeah, fuck off. Polly Shore got here by beating George Santos and Wee Man and Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. God, he had a
Yeah.
really bizarre path to where he's at.
The question is, was it the easy path?
I think so. I
Has he
think
finally met his match now with Oprah?
I don't know. Oprah's been kicking all sorts of ass and delivering. Well, the very first fight, Oprah versus Trump, she delivered like
Yes.
that's a very quotable. We've talked about that. Anyway,
Yeah. We could have just stopped there and let Oprah win, and it would have been worth it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Picture this: Oprah Winfrey, free hair blowing like a windsock caught in a hurricane, throws down with Pauly Shore, looking like a malnourished ferret escaped from a Jinko ad, like the jeans. Jinko?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. I may not look like I have fashion sense, but I'm not fashion stupid.
Well, um,
You're number one, Ryan.
Oprah, all power suit and $1 million smile versus Pauly, the human equivalent of a participation trophy come to life.
Wow.
Now, underestimating Polly would be like thinking a chihuahua just a little cute dog. That's how it's reading. I'm just anyway. This dude bites, and his hygiene is more questionable than our Kardashians' morals. Oh,
Wow. All of a sudden, Kim's back in the fight.
yeah, just throwing her down. Oprah starts spitballing ahas faster than a toddler throws tantrums, each one punctuated by a Winfrey Weight Watcher bar sailing through the air like a discus launched by a grandma on Red Bull. Polly, Polly though, moves like a greased watermelon seed on roller skates, dodging those missiles with the grace of a flamingo on tequila. His counteroffensive? Spitballs laced with Hawaiian punch, looking like miniature grenades filled with diabetes and regret.
Oh, you said it wrong. Did it say diabetes or diabetes?
Diabetes. Sorry, I messed up my own thing.
At least now we know we can bring Wilford Brimley into the next thing we're going to do.
From the dead, right? He passed, I think.
Yes, he's gone.
Okay. Uh, one of those suckers explodes on Oprah's cheek like a rogue maraschino cherry on a sugar high. Blinded and looking like a startled panda on roller skates, she stumbles back, her Gucci pumps sinking into the grass faster than a Kardashian's promise into thin air.
Another Kardashian slam.
uh, Polly seizes his moment, launches into the Humpty dance like he's possessed by a seizure and choreographed by a drunken tap dancer. It's beautiful, it's terrifying, it's so bad, it's good. Even Oprah, mascara running like a leaky faucet, finds herself clapping along, tears streaming down her face like a laugh track on fast forward. The music
The
stops.
number of analogies that it's used or metaphors that it's used in this one, that's
Intense.
just yes.
Very
It's like
vivid.
it's just one giant metaphor.
I'm here for it so far. The music stops, silence hangs heavy, then boom, laughter erupts like a volcano of joy, threatening to topple Oprah's media empire. Defeated but strangely pumped, Oprah extends a hand. You got me, Shorinator, she wheezes. Respect mixed with a lingering taste of fake fruit. Pauly, chest puffed out like a pigeon on steroids, soaks it all in. He conquered the queen of daytime, not with muscles, but with the sheer, unadulterated shoreness of it all. And that, my friends, is a victory sweeter than any Hawaiian punch lace spitball. Remember, never mind. Now it gives the disclaimer that they don't condone violence. Okay, we're gonna just.
Oh, we got
Here, I can read it. It's actually maybe a little funny now that I'm. Remember, this is just a comedic throwdown, not a cage fight. Violence is bad, kids, and Oprah's a national treasure. Gotta protect her like the crown jewels, which, let's be honest, she probably owns. So put down the Jinkos and the Weight Watchers, and just remember laughter is the best medicine, even if it comes with a side of questionable hygiene.
See, I did have a problem the first time that I tried to generate mine where it told me it would not do anything violent. So we had to change our prompt this week a little bit to get it to work properly. I did not get nearly as many metaphors as you did.
It
And I'm worried that what's going to happen is in this finale, it's going to be one giant metaphor for how stupid this entire cage match thing was.
But if you think about all the times we've had Oprah as part of these battles, while this was her last round, they've given her a lot of unique little airtime bits. So
Yeah.
whoever's doing the algorithm must really be an Oprah fan or protecting her.
Yeah. So we're going to get to the finale here
Yeah,
in just a couple
me.
of seconds. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to just talk about a couple of the ways that random number generators put together fights that are just so wrong, but just so right. Including Bill Cosby versus Matt Lauer. Can never forget that one. Two people that deserved to both lose. Uh,
Hmm.
we had Napoleon Dynamite versus Mel Gibson. Who can forget Grandma's living room with Oliver Tchotchkes and the plush floor? We had Justin Bieber versus 6ix9ine. I mean, just coincidental that they fight together. We had the Olsen twins versus Kim Kardashian. That one just oddity pervades there. Elon Musk gets defeated by Mark Hamill. Nobody is more deserving of a beatdown from a Jedi Master than Elon Musk. Uh, the one where we continually have to say this, we did not pick this matchup. Uh, Peter Dinklage versus Wee Man with the dozens and dozens and dozens of short jokes that we did not come up with, that we wish we were cool enough to come up with. Um, the fight that nobody wanted to know about, King Charles versus George Santos. I mean,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, it was a
Um,
pairing I was okay with, though. I don't know why.
the the fight that probably nobody saw this outcome, Aquafina beating Kanye. Now, deservedly, but who would have thought that would turn out that way? And Oprah Winfrey completely annihilating Donald Trump and his Legos.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Those Legos. I forgot.
So, with all of those characters in here and a few others sprinkled in, realize the two people that made it to the final round were Howard Wolowitz and Pauly Shore.
This is the dumbest fucking thing ever.
I told you, this is a metaphor for the entire stupidity of
Yeah.
this.
Well, I have my prompt. It's
Let's hear it. Let's get into this. Let's see who wins this.
it's long. Um,
I said start. I mean, come on.
well, I had to a pregnant pause, adding to the suspense. The
Yeet
Comic
the.
Con,
No, we won't go any farther into that one.
the Comic Con stage pulsed with anticipation, hotter than a Kardashian silicon after a red carpet strut. It really is. It's really going
The
after the
Kardashians are everywhere.
I
They're like
promise I made no prompt with any Kardashian mentioned whatsoever.
they're like celebrity cage match syphilis. That's what they are.
They're just everywhere. In one corner, Pauly Shore, neon-clad comet with a hairdo defying gravity, microphone clutched like a pool noodle. Opposite him, Howard Wolowitz, a deflated souffle of arrogance in a spacesuit tighter than a Kardashian's weave.
Wow.
Tonight's battle, humor versus, well, whatever Howard was peddling. Pauly sauntered up, smoother than a greased-up sumo wrestler. So, Howard, he drawled, voice richer than a pimp's vocabulary, think you're the Casanova of the cosmos, huh? I bet even the green chicks on Zeta Reticuli wouldn't touch you with a light-year pole dipped in pheromones. Eh, eh,
That's
eh.
not something Paulie's going to say. He's
No,
just not capable of putting that together.
too sophisticated for him.
Yeah.
The crowd, a technicolor explosion of Trekkies and cosplayers, roared. Howard, face turning the shades of dying Beatlesque. Of a dying Beatlesque. I don't know what that means. Sputtered. At least I have a real job, unlike you and your air guitar skills. Pauly strummed his imaginary sixth string. Oh, these air guitar skills, Wolowitz, have serenaded more honeys than your lame pickup lines about black holes. Trust me, my charm is more potent than a neutron star and a whole lot less gassy. He winked at a nearby Black Widow cosplayer whose leather suit left little to the imagination. Howard, ego shrinking faster than a neutron star gone supernova, challenged him to a trivia showdown. Name the first element on the periodic table, he puffed, chest
Hydrogen.
inflating like a malfunctioning airlock.
Hydrogen.
What,
That's the first element on the periodic table.
It wasn't a quiz for you.
I like quizzes. What can I say?
I can tell. Jesus. Sorry.
Pull it together, Falcon Raven.
Working on it. Polly's eyes gleamed like a disco ball in a singles bar. First element, huh? How about this? Name the first thing that pops into your head when you see your reflection in a spaceship window. Silence. Then a ripple of laughter that morphed into a sonic boom. Howard wilted, face draining faster than a Kardashian's bank account after a divorce.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think
Pauly.
the quiz now is how many Kardashian references can you fit into a single fight?
No shit. Pauly, meanwhile, basked in the glory. See, Wolowitz, he said, his voice dripping with mock sympathy. It ain't about knowing the elements, it's about having the element of surprise. And let me tell you, brother, when it comes to that, I'm a supernova of hilarity, ready to reduce your humor to cosmic dust clouds so small even your tiny, well, let's just say your equipment wouldn't be allowed to find it with a quantum microscope. Okay. This is the last paragraph. Jesus. The crowd, this, the crowd erupted, chanting Pauly's name like a mantra. Howard slunk off stage, defeated and deflated like
Kardashians?
ego. After a reality show cancellation, Pauly, the undisputed king of the absurd, grabbed his mic and launched into a story about his time lost in a wormhole with a talking taco named Senor Spicy. As the audience doubled over with laughter, it was clear Pauly Shore had won this battle by a cosmic mile, and somewhere a lone taco wept, lamenting its missed opportunity for intergalactic fame.
Flame. Senor Spicy. Well,
So
so Pauly Shore wins.
Pauly Shore.
Well,
He gave no room for Howard Wolowitz whatsoever.
well, he did say something about absurd, and I think we can all agree this was fucking absurd.
Yeah. This is new levels of stupidity.
Yes, yes. So what are we going to do? We're going to come up with another version of this. So to the two people that are still listening, whose names are Ryan and Dan.
Yeah. But
Let's-
how many times did it reference Kardashian? Seriously.
5, I believe.
I think it was 5 as well.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Let's get over the fact that Pauly Shore won, because realize the whole list started with people we thought we could beat up. Okay, if we met them in a dark alley, we thought we could beat up. Pauly Shore is really that. I mean, there's lots of people that were in that list, but if you looked through that list and thought, who could I beat up the most? Pauly Shore was definitely on the top of that list.
Will Smith is a lot higher, though.
Will Smith could kick your ass. Give up the lie. That's not the big lie. That's the Will lie.
I mean, I think that's the only question. Well, I don't know. Mel Gibson, I'd be actually kind of I think I'd be more afraid to run into Mel Gibson in a dark alley than Will Smith.
Oh, he's like 74 years old. He can't fight anymore.
Give him a bottle of tequila and watch out.
Do you think you could beat up Napoleon Dynamite?
Is he armed with a tray of lasagna or not?
No.
Yes, I could.
Do you think you could beat up 6ix9ine?
Oh, yeah, in a heartbeat. That dude's a pussy.
Okay. Then the two people that Mel Gibson beat up, you feel fairly confident that you could beat up easily. So that's not setting a high bar for Mel Gibson in this. And with that, let's give the quick teaser again about what we're going to do next after this, and then let's get the heck out of here and tape another episode.
We're gonna do a hour version of Squid Game. How is it going to be laid out?
We don't know. We have no clue.
No, there's some strategery that'll come into this, or not. And it'll just be as stupid as this. But either way, I think it'll be a different theme than who we could beat up. I think we should definitely change that themology. And I bet it...
Excuse me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll get to who's going to be included. But what I'd like everybody that's listening, those two people, send to repressedhumorissues@gmail.com your lists of people that you would like to see play Squid Games. They can be celebrities, they can be cartoon characters, they can be people that have been played on TV shows. You saw the kind of things that we had here. Please feel free to send us your list of people that you would like to see in our version of Squid Games.
Cartoon characters is interesting because Powdered Toast Man would have to be in it.
Let's let the people decide. I said people, I said plural. There's two of them.
We just happen to be talking to each other every week. It's amazing.
Yep.
Listening to each other, talking to each other, it's fine. Either way, thank you for joining us in our very first rendition of Celebrity Cage Match. I am McFalcon Raven, absolutely a bird, or Ryan.
And I'm not Ryan, thank God. Dan.
But until next time, thank you very much for joining us, and stay classy, Dimebox, Texas.
Wow. I don't even want to inflict that on people. I have no idea where you were going with that one.
Dimebox, it's a city in Texas.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sounded like you stumbled through it, like you got to it and realized, I don't know the name of a city. I'm going to go for the most obscure city that I can know. And you forgot about Moran, Michigan.
Well, no, what happened there is I knew it was Dime Box, but in my brain I was thinking Dimebag
Daryl.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, oh no, I'm gonna mess this up. And I it was coming out correctly, and I stopped myself. Yeah. It's fine. It's a fine consequence of being a moron.
And now I have my cut.